a blessing to your parents, a blessing to your siblings, and a blessing to anyone, and even a blessing to yourself. You must be thankful. Dapat magpasalamat kayo sa mga bagay. Simple man o malaki, you need to be grateful with that. Okay, so before I'll continue, can I see you all? Open your camera first para makita ko kayo naman. Yan, so I have seen a few. Eh, nakita ko na si Hana. Nakita ko si Otaza. Nakita ko rin si Halo. Mga new faces to. Si Jam. Uy, Ethan, di ako nakamove on sa'yo, ha? You're grade 7 na pa. Oh my God! You were blessing my hands pa before. Okay, Bustamante. Yan. Dito na si Russell. Bakit para mga kapatid ko ng mga estudyante ko, may mga kuya at ate ba kayo sa ano? Sa grade 12? Kasi may estudyante din akong Russell. Ano mo si ate Russell?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Anong question, sir?
Ano mo yung Russell ng grade 12?
Akong ate, sir.
Ah, your ate. So, mga kapatid ko ng mga estudyante ko.
Katong cartooning, sir.
Ah, okay. Cartooning pala yun. Nandito din si Bedriho. Uy, Diyos ko. Familiar yung mga apelyado nila. Ay, sige. Ayan, open nyo lang para makita ko kayo. Si Halok din. Okay. So, meron tayong game na gagawin. Ethan, can you read the instructions?
Sabihin ng mabilis at malakas ang kulay na iyong makikita at hindi ang salita na iyong mababasa.
My God, your voice also changed. Na-amaze ako. Oh, remember ha? Yung kulay na iyong nakikita at hindi ang iyong mababasa. I know you're familiar with this game, right? Familiar kayo nito? Sino yung gusto mag-take ng challenge? Si Hana, yung pinakauna. Hana.
Sir.
Sige, ikaw yung pinakauna ha? Yung
Okay,
kulay
sir.
na nakikita at hindi yung kulay na nababasa.
Sir, I
This
can
one.
hear you properly.
What color is this?
Red,
Okay. This one.
green,
Okay. This one.
white,
Next.
white,
Right. Next.
blue,
Next.
blue,
Next.
red,
Next.
green,
Galing. Para naman nito? Simple lang. Okay. Sige, thank you, Hannah. Perfect score. Sino gusto mo i-nominate na susunod na magbasa? You ask someone. You present someone. Narinig ako ni Hannah? Sige, ako na lang yung magpili. Jana.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ready?
Yes, sir.
What color? Hana. Wait, wala si Hana.
Ako, sir.
Hana. Jana. Sige na, wala man si Jana. Si Otaza na lang, si Annalie. Na-shock si Annalie. Okay, ready? Sige, Annalie. What color?
Sir. Red yellow, sir.
No. Basahin mo ang kulay na iyong makikita at hindi ang salita. What color?
Red, sir.
Okay, this one.
Green, sir.
Huwag mo na lagyan ng sir. Diretso na.
Ayun. White. Blue.
Mali. What color is that? The color.
Red.
Red. Next.
Red po. Ay,
Blue.
blue.
Next.
Green.
Next. Ha?
Green, sir.
Color?
Ah, green po.
Red. Ay, wala na naman.
Ah, red. Ay. Huwag po yung...
Next. What color? Right. Last one.
White.
Right. Ayan. So, maraming mali si Annalie. Okay. Thank you very much. Next, Vidriho. Vidriho, ready? Okay, Vidriho, ready? Color.
Red,
Next.
green, green, red, white, red, blue, white.
Okay, perfect score. Pero matagal ang response. Hindi masyadong quick yung response. Okay. Thank you very much, Gian. Okay, balik tayo kay Jana. Meron pa ba? Ay, wala na pala. Sorry, Jana. Naubusan tayo. Okay. So, welcome to feature writing. So, ano ba yung feature writing? Sa inyong naalala, ano ba yung feature writing in your journalism? Okay, pwede mag-raise ng hand para may ano tayo, may sharer tayo. Okay. What is actually feature writing in your own understanding? Pwedeng Tagalog, pwedeng Bisaya, pwedeng English, walang problema. Bakit ba napakaano nito? Napakatahimik. Okay, sige, ako yung tatawag. Annalie, magbigay ka sa akin ng number 1 to 10. Annalie, give me a number 1 from 1 to 10. Di ba ako naririnig? O, Ethan, ikaw na lang magbigay. 1 to 10. Give me a number from 1 to 10. Nag-write ng opinion. Looking at articles. 2. Okay. 1. Si Annalie yung tatawagin. Pero wala mong mic si Annalie. Hanap na ako. Okay, Mangumayaw. Mangumayaw. Yan.
Yes, sir.
Sino pala yung si Annalie? Ay, ibang ano to?
Lag, sir, lag.
Annalie, baka sa...
Sir.
Annalie, baka mamaya pa itong... Uy, Diyos ko. Annalie, maya pa yung
Wait lang,
class
sir.
natin. Maya pa yung class natin. Ano pa to? Junior high school.
Okay na, sir.
Okay. Utasa, sa grade 7 ka ba? Okay, akala ko.
Pa?
College to kasi same din. Sa grade 7 ka ba, SPJ?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. So, Utasa, ano yung understanding mo sa feature writing?
My understanding about this feature writing is advanced journalism course focus on writing non-fiction, non-opinion articles for informational media such as newspaper, magazine, newsletters, trade journals, and internet sites.
Wait Miss Tasa, wait muna. I'm not quite sure kung classmate ka nila dito.
Pa?
I'm not quite sure
Excuse
kung...
me, sir.
Yes, Glenn?
Bakit pa na mo na siya nakitaan nga classmate?
Ang taga-IB man, IB English man, banggod ko sir, tapos na ako subject sa BEd.
O Tasa, sorry maya pa yung schedule natin. 5 p.m. pa tayo.
Ay, sige sir, sorry po.
Ibang klase to. You join in junior high school. Ibang klase to. Maya pa tayo, 5. Okay, thank you. Kaya pala. I was thinking, bakit ano na si ate? Okay. Okay, thank you for informing. And now I know. Okay, I don't know my choice. Saan ba tayo doon? What is this our class? Si Sam to? Sam?
Yeah.
Grade 7 ka na pala, Sam?
Yes.
God! So your mom, siyempre, di ba? Anak ni Ma'am Irish, tama ba ako?
Oh, well, I've been exposed.
My God, ang lalaki niyo na. Let's go, grade 7 na pala. Okay, balik tayo. Yeah, okay, there are responses here. May mga responses tayo dito. Natawa ko kanina. Okay, and confusing. Saan ba yun? Ba't nawala? I just realized that. Ayan, focused on non-fiction, check tayo. Non-opinion, check tayo dyan. And that's according to Ashley. Okay, so feature writing. The topic of feature writing is just like anything under the sun. Hindi siya kahit ano. But I want you to be reminded that in feature writing, hindi siya creative. Ang kaibahan ng creative is really the way how it is presented. May plot, may kagandahan ng pagsasalita, may kasulat. But here in feature writing, composed of two. You have the creative presentation. At the same time, you have also the facts. Pag sinabi natin facts, meron tayong data, meron tayong related facts na included in your article. To know more about that, let's identify ano ba yung feature writing. Okay. So identify the characteristics and qualities of feature article, analyze the sample feature article, and the last one, ito yung gagawin ninyo this coming Friday, write a feature article. So for now, punta muna tayo sa objective number 1. Identify the characteristics and qualities of feature article. So what are feature stories? Feature stories are human interest articles that focus on particular people, places, and events. Ibig sabihin dito, maaari kang mag-feature ng isang tao, maaari ka rin mag-feature ng isang lugar, o di kaya maaari mong i-feature ang isang events. Okay. So, if you have this information, for example, human interest tayo. Pag sinabi natin human interest, yung interest ng mga tao na gusto nila itong basahin, na naaaliw sila pag binasa ito, nabibigyan sila ng information pag binasa nila ito. So, halimbawa, pag i-feature natin palagay ko ano pa na pangalan dito? Si Gwyneth. Pag i-feature natin si Gwyneth, ano yung mga questions na gusto niyong hingin? Bidriho, magbigay ka ng isang tanong na gusto mong hingin kay Gwyneth if you're going to feature Gwyneth. Gian. Si Gian ba to na ano? Nakaibang Gian yung nakaisip ko. Primers. Easy, it's just example. Oh, ikaw na lang, Glenn. Ba't ayaw nila magsalita? Pag ako talaga yung teacher ninyo, tapos hindi kayo nagsasalita, you're not giving me
Sir?
participation. God bless sa inyo. Magbigay ka ng example na tanong na gusto mong itanong kay Gwyneth. If you're going to teach your Gwyneth.
Wait lang, sir.
Madali lang naman. Mag-ask lang ng kahit anong questions that is not sound personal, at the same time not offensive.
Pwede yan ako i-chat back, sir.
Hindi. Sabihin mo na, nag-on ka na ng mic. Sino na naman to? Glenn. Sa grade 7 pa to na class. Ay, naku. Bakit pumapasok kayo?
She's our classmate man, sir.
Okay. Akala ko hindi. Sige. Continue. Kung may question ka, anong itatanong mo?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Who is Christy?
Christy.
Christy Labis.
Bakit yung mga pumapasok? Labi, sir. Sino to? 5 p.m. Okay, sige, balikan ko na lang. Mga tanong, parang hulik-dali. Okay, Gian. Ikaw ha, Gian, marunong ka dito sa ano. O Glenn, you're raising your hand.
Sige, sir.
Hindi, yung link ko kasi, the same link lang to sa lahat ng mga klase ko. Eh yung iba pumapasok na hindi oras pa nila. So, yun, hindi ko namamalayan. But it's not linked. It's not linked. Okay? All my classes, same lang yun ang link. Bakit may mga word delete na dito? Ano? Okay, sige, ako na lang. Remember, with the feature stories that you're going to have the human interest. Of course, you need to list down all your questions. But it doesn't mean also that you need also, yung bang, always ka na lang about human interest. Always ka na lang din nagtatanong. You can also sometimes listen to an interview, which is yun yung gagawin ninyo. Listen to an interview, tapos kukuha kayo ng mga information doon. Next tayo, feature stories or journalistic. Research, yun is journalistic, alam niyo na yan, na meron kayong sinusunod na format, meron kayong sinusunod na setup. Research, ibig sabihin, hindi ka basta gagawa-gawa lang. Of course, you need also to do research for you to have the information. Descriptive, colorful, thoughtful, reflective, thorough writing about original ideas. Plagiarism is not, is truly discouraged dito because you really need to make your own output. Yung sarili mo. Na kung halimbawa, i-feature mo yung kaklase mo, of course, sarili niyang information. Ilang taon siya, ano yung favorite colors niya, ano yung strength and weaknesses niya, gano'n. Okay? So, yung question niya, where do you live? So, pwede yung tanong na yan. Like, where do you live? So, that's a very basic question lang din na kailangan ng tanong. At least may guide siya, may idea siya kung saan nakatira yung i-feature mo. Next, let's learn together. Okay. There are tips for writing feature articles. Una, thank you. Get the reader's attention quickly. Get the reader's attention quickly. In the same article, like feature, news, editorial, science feature, of course, kailangan mo talaga makuha yung attention ng reader mo. In the first paragraph pa lang. We call that one as the lead. Kasi pag hindi mo nakuha yung kanilang idea, then ayaw nilang basahin yung article mo, mawawalan ka ng effort doon. So, how to get the attention of your reader? Of course, you need to have the striking lead. May mga types tayo na lead na kailangan yung pag-aralan. And we will go on that later on. And next, organize your story. Dapat yung story mo, isang story lang yan. Kung patungkol talaga sa success ng isang tao, pari mo namang sabihin din ang kanyang naging hindi success, yung failures niya. Then, lagyan mo ng kulay na because of failures niya, naging successful siya sa kanyang life. The failures that he faced actually brought him or her to where he is now, being a successful man, or being a successful woman. Use short paragraphs and vary the length of sentences for effect. Huwag yung masyadong mataas na paragraph. Ideal number ng paragraphs niyo, nasa 3 to 4 sentences lang. Huwag yung 3 to 7. 7 sentences na sa isang paragraph. Napakataas na. 3 to 4, okay na yon. Sir Jim, okay lang din ba gagamitin kami ng 1 sentence paragraph? Yes. Kailangan vary yung length ng iyong paragraph. So, first paragraph mo, maaaring 2 sentences lang. Second paragraph mo, maaaring 1 sentence lang. Third paragraph mo, maaaring 4 na sentences. Huwag yung always ka na lang 3 sentences sa bawat paragraph kasi nakakaumay din na the same lang lahat ng paragraph length mo. Okay? So, 3 to 4, pwede rin 3 to 5 sentences bawat paragraph. Huwag mong isahin na uniform lahat. First paragraph mo, 5 sentences. Second paragraph mo, 5 sentences. Third paragraph mo, 5 sentences. That is a no-no. Dapat magkakaroon ka ng variation. Kasi kung in real life setting, kung parang ulam yan siya ba? Kung ang ulam mo sa umaga, tuyo, ulam mo naman sa tanghali, tuyo, then ulam mo na naman sa gabi, tuyo. So, nakakaumay, di ba? Tuyo na yung utak mo dyan. Okay? So, you need to vary. Maring tuyo sa umaga, ginamo sa tanghali, then itlog sa gabi. At least may variation. Ganun na concept. The same in writing, wag yung always na same length of or number of the paragraph. Okay? Next, meron tayong tinatawag na another one is write with strong verbs and nouns but go easy on adjectives. Dito sa picture natin, yung adjectives talaga ginagamit. However, maaari din tayong gumamit dito ng mga figure speech. Halimbawa, personification, hyperbole, simile, metaphor. Maganda kasi that adds, color. Kasi colorful dapat, diba? Ang ibig sabihin ng colorful sa picture, hindi yung red, hindi yung blue, hindi yung orange. Hindi ha? Pag sinabi natin colorful, meaning may mga iba-ibang taste. Doon papasok yung mga local color natin na tinatawag natin figure speech, yung simile, yung metaphor, personification. So, pag halimbawa may nasusunog, paano mo sabihin, the fire swallows the house. Diba? It's a figurative way of saying the house is burning. Yes, Gabriel? You have something to say? Gabriel? Okay, so balik ako. It's different when you say the house is burning. Yan. Pag sinabi natin the house is burning, that is really a plain sentence. Plain lang. We know that the house is burning. So nakikita natin. But when you do apply picture, maaari kang gumamit ng mga figurative language. Halimbawa dito ang personification. So, sa personification, maaari mong sabihin, the fire swallows the house. So, yung datingan niya, kakaiba, magiging mas figurative, maaaring mas dramatic. The term is dramatic. Mas magiging dramatic yung effect ng pagkabasa ng reader. Kasi you want to get the attention. Dahil yung purpose mo. So, saan ba yung mas, when you do applying, kung ikaw yung magbabasa, palagay mo saan yung mas dramatic na sentence? Yung first one or yung second one? A or B? Sige, papipiliin ko kayo. B. Ayan. Sige. Nandito si Sai. Okay, Sai. Can you open your mic? Bakit pinili mo yung B? Bakit hindi yung A?
Mas, like, normal siya, like, mas dramatic tayo si sir.
Okay, there is a sense of drama. And remember, we need to go directly with the adjectives. Okay. So, halimbawa, kasi pupunta tayo sa adjective. So, anong adjective kaya ang bagay na ilagay natin sa prior? Maaring Tagalog. What's the Tagalog of adjective? Adjective. Pag-uri. Pag-uri pala. Okay. So, bigay ng pag-uri or adjective ng fire. Adjective describes fire. I-improve pa ninyo yung statement ng letter B. Burning or glowing. Okay. Pwede. The burning fire. Pero redundant na tayo niyan, Ethan. Kasi yung fire naman talaga, burning na siya. Kung glowing naman, magiging maganda ang kakalabasan. Hindi siya yung disaster effect. The glowing fire. So, parang maganda ang effect. And then, tapos ang ipapalabas natin is yung karumal-dumal. Inflammable. Flammable naman tayo yung fire. Pwede, iba din yon. Yung galit na sunog, galit na sunog, galit na apoy. Fiery fire. Ayan. So, may mga adjective kayo. Okay, sige. Maaari nyo sabihin, the angry fire. Ibig sabihin dito, galit talaga ang fire. So, pag sinabi mong angry fire, kung i-rate ko 1 to 10, ano kayo yung rating nun? Kung kayo yung magbabasa, the angry fire, nasa 4 lang. Ay, napakaano. Okay, the angry fire. Ibig sabihin doon, ang laki. Instead of saying a big fire, which usually do, or usually hear, ang laki, angry. So, ibig sabihin nito, marami na siguro ang naging victims. Marami na siguro ang naapektuhan because of that angry fire. Hindi lang siya basta-basta fire, but it's an angry fire. So, the angry fire swallows the house. So, ganun kabilis at ganun kabali at ganun ka-intense ang pag-describe. Because we are dealing with the adjectives. Okay tayo doon? Can you type yes kung naintindihan? Can you type no pag hindi? Okay. Sure na yan, ha? Okay. Proceed tayo. We also have this, don't be afraid to use offbeat quotes. Pag sinabi natin yung mga offbeat quotes, yung mga quotes na before pa, we call that one as nalumaan na ng panahon. But if the quote is quotation ba? If the quote is really effective to your article, then you can still use that one. And the other one is write tightly. Pag sinabi natin tightly, yung bang sigurado ka sa sinusulat mo. Huwag yung maraming pasikot-sikot. Na marami ka pang direksyon. Na pupuntahan mo lang pala palengke. Okay? Write tightly. You might say direct to the point, but making sure you are making direct to the point in a very specific and in a very good manner and creative and dramatic manner. Kasi yun yung point na ating featuring. We are playing the facts. We are presenting the facts in a creative manner. Diba? Pag sinabi natin nasusunog ang 10 bahay, instead of saying nasusunog ang 10 bahay, maaari natin sabihin, diba, the fire eats the 10 houses. The fire swallows the 10 houses. So, binigyan natin ng drama yung information. Reads writing pitfall. Ito yung dapat wag niyong gayahin. Pag sinabi nating lead, balik ako ha. Pag sinabi nating lead, ito yung pinakauna. Pinakauna na part na kailangan mong matuto. Okay, lead, introduction. Una, every day, don't state the obvious. Kasi pag obvious na, alam naman natin yon. Every day, millions of people wake up, go to work, or go to school. But some days, they don't. So that's really obvious. Lahat naman, mga tao. Millions of teenagers have jobs. Meron naman. Totoo naman yan. They work for many reasons. College, cars, just to have some spending money in their pockets. Ibig sabihin dito, huwag niyong is-taking obvious. Another example, the teacher teaches the students. Of course, obvious talaga yan. The teacher teaches the students kasi yun yung ginagawa ng teacher. Diba? Nakuha ninyo, huwag yung state yung pinaka-obvious na ng mga bagay. Okay. No cliches. For example, take one for the team, life is short, and the winner is. Uy, Diyos ko, wag yung and the winner is ha, kasi and the winner is, pang pageant yon. Life is short, is a short offbeat to siya, pero pag ang article mo is about kamatayan, is about death, maaari mong gamitin yung life is short. Kaya nga sabi doon, do not be afraid to use offbeat quotes. Maaari nyo naman gamitin yan. As long as it is swapped to your article. Do not imagine. Ibig sabihin ng do not imagine, di ba? Imagine, you are a princess. Huwag ganon. Just do not imagine talaga. Okay. Maaari mong sabihin na makita nyo ano mo yung mga materials ng isang princess. Materials, ano yung mga suot ng isang prince. Diba? So wag yung imagine what it would be like to be shot in head with a 57 ball. Of course, mamamatay ka. Kailangan naman. Diba? Imagine what it would be like to be a female head football coach in Texas. Wala. Wala problema dun. Okay? So do not start with imagine. Now, alright, thanks for listening. Ito yung first part natin. Because tomorrow, bilis pa lang natin. Tomorrow, we will be dealing with ano yung mga types ng lead. Meron tayong narration, meron tayong narrative, meron pa tayong staccato lead. Ito yung pag-aaralan ninyo. Pagkatapos ng pagkatapos ng lead natin, meron tayong body. Tapos naman sa body, meron tayong conclusion. At dito sa conclusion, kadalasan, dito tayo kumukuha at humuhugot ng ating headline. Pag sinabi nating headline, ito naman yung ating pamagat. In our very layman's term, ang ating pamagat. Okay, so I have sent, actually, na-send ko na sa inyo, sa inyong Google Classroom, yung files, tapos nag-send din ako ng sample article na kung saan may i-guide kayo. So tomorrow, we will be informing you, I will be informing you on the types of the lead na maaari niyong gamitin para sa pagsulat ng inyong article. Because on Friday yung last kita natin, di ba? Yung Friday, doon na kayo gagawa ng article ninyo. Did you get it? Kung naintindihan ang aking instructions, kindly type OPO in our chat box. Yan. Okay. So I guess it's already time. It's 5:54 and we only have like 40 minutes to discuss this. So ito muna. Ano yung natutunan ninyo ngayon? We still have 5 minutes. Ano yung natutunan ninyo ngayon when it comes to picture? Okay. Basic muna tayo. Sino yung mag-raise ng hands? Ay, hindi. Absent kayo lahat pag walang mag-raise ng hands. Ala, walang nag-raise ng hands. Oh, base sa mga na-discuss ko, ayan, si Genro. Ayan. Thank you. Hello. Sige.
I learned the important aspects in writing if in feature writing, I mean, sir.
Ano yung specific learning mo?
For example, sir, but not using cliches, not
Okay, ayan.
not using the words imagine, like that, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Nakikinig si Halo. Very good. Okay, sino pang makapag-share ng learning nyo ngayong araw? Hmm? Aside kay Halo, si Halo pa ba yung estudyante ko ngayon? Wala na, Sir G. Wala na akong estudyante. Okay. So, Jana. Yan, si Jana is raising her hand. Okay na ate yung mic niya, Jana.
I learned about the things that it's for I read that we have to
We have to
I learned about the importance about future writing
Okay,
and
very important.
what should we not use or what should we use and not use.
Okay, the pitfall and of course the things that you need to use and strategies. Ayan, thank you very much. So, meron din dito, I learned the tips of writing. Ayan. Then, I've learned not to state the obvious. Very good, Sam. Glenn also said, I learned that not only two sentences will be used. Yes, you can use 4 sentences a paragraph, 4 sentence paragraph, 1 sentence paragraph, pwede yun. Then, I also learned the tips of writing feature article according to Hannah. And Gabriel says, awu, uwo. Biga itong uwo. Ano pa? I've learned to not stay. Ayan. Okay. So, very good that you have a learning now. At least may basic tayo, no? With regard to how we can construct the feature article. Both yan siya in Filipino and in English. But there are also some ways to construct in Filipino. Okay. So, I guess that would be all for today. And see you tomorrow for our next topic about feature article or feature writing. Thank you very much for coming and have a good day.
Bye, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye, sir. Thank
Yes,
you.
stay
Bye,
safe.
Bye, sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yung ubo, ano? Di ba yan yung
Bye.
ubo? Yan.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless.
Bye, sir. Thank you. Stay safe.
Welcome.
Bye, sir.
Oh, last time yan. Goodbye.
Yes, sir. Stay safe.
Bye,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Prince. Jim.
Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Mm-mm.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Shopee 1111 Big Christmas Sale. Get 150 pesos off exclusive for new users. Mag-enjoy sa daily discounts at promos. At syempre, free shipping. Kaya i-check out mo na yan.
Thursday on My Hometown is GOAT. More fun awaits our lovable adventurers.
We're cooking tilapia. Looking good, man.
Catch them experiencing epic activities.
She's so happy.
Endless beauty.
I'm definitely coming back to my own hometown.
And tasty delicacies.
3, 2, 1.
My Hometown is GOAT. New episode Thursday and Friday at 8:30. Only on AXN.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. So out from the other side, I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. I love from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. So hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. I'm sorry, but don't wanna talk. I need a moment before I go. It's nothing personal. I draw the blinds. They don't need to see me cry. 'Cause even if they understand, they don't understand. So then when I finish business and ready to save the world. I'm taking my misery, making my bitch can be everyone's favorite girl. So take aim and fire away. I've never been so wide awake. No, nobody but me can keep me safe, and I'm on my way. The blood moon is on the rise, the fire burning in my eyes. No, nobody but me can keep me safe, and I'm on my way. Tired of being afraid, but lately I lost my ways. What is love without pain? It ain't no. You're watching me, but I'm below. When I get caught, I hope there's a kind of blackout it will take me home. So I walk into the dead of night, where my monsters like to hide. Chaos feels so good inside, no one knows. I lost.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Ayan,
Evening,
you can hear me. Before we proceed, before we're gonna have our discussion this evening, can I request you all to open your camera first, para I can see you also. Yan. So dito sa akin, but I'm so dark in here. Wait. I'll check. Can sa sini. Pag dito naman, I'm super light. Diba? Adjusting. Wait sa. Ayan. Parang kukunin ako ni Lord. Ay, sana all, Karen. Flying in bed. Sana all. Naka-mute ka. Oh, Diyos ko, parang ako kukunin ni Lord.
Kanang nagpadidi manggod ko sa akong baby, sir.
Ah, okay. So you have your baby na. Parang kukunin na ako ni Lord sa aking camera. Why are you so white? Ayan. Okay, so how many are we? We're already 12 in the platform. Oh, hi, Christy. Welcome back. Charot. We're back. Isusunod na naman kita.
Okay.
Andito na si Annalie Utasa. Miss Utasa kanina ko, bakit andito na si, bakit parang may hindi grade 7 dito? May mga grade 7 doon, mga kasama mo doon.
Huwag na tungan. May ganit na katubag.
Kaya nga,
Sorry.
parang na to, parang ate na ito si Utasa. Parang ate na sa mga grade 7.
Ano man po, sir, na sir, banga ka nang sa'yo ihatag ang length, tapos pwede na dahil sulod. Gani.
Hindi, pasok kayo pag schedule niya. Kasi yung mga klase ko lahat, the same tayo ng link. The same kasi lahat ng link, yung mga estudyante ko. So, hindi ako nagbago-bago ng link.
Sorry.
So, pasok kayo pag time talaga ninyo.
Okay, sir. Sorry.
Okay lang, walang problema to.
Ayan ako pa, oral sir, oral naman ko dito.
Ay, depende yan.
Dito, sir. Sorry, jud kayo, sir.
Okay lang. For a while, may hanapin muna. Okay, and let's see here. Kumusta nga pala kayo lahat? Yung ibang mga subjects, ba may nag-start na rin ng class?
Yes, sir. Nag-start ng uban na mo, sir.
Last week pa? Or this week lang din?
Karon lang a week, sir.
Bakit parang nagmamadali ang school ninyo? Kasi next week, ano na, midterm yun na.
Ambot ka nila, sir.
Pag uman
Parang
sa
ayaw
final
nila
na,
kayong pahingahin.
maugid, sir.
Anong plano? Ibarang? Charot.
Agay.
Happy ngayon si Christy, ah. Sige. So, good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me yet, I am Sir Jim Weil. You can call me Sir Jim. And I am your instructor for this course, facilitating learning. Ay, hindi pala. Child and adolescent learners and learning principles. So, iba to sa iyo, kundi ba, iba to sa human and development subject. However, there are some points na related din sa kanila because we're dealing, of course, with the presentation of the child and the adolescent learning at the same time their learning principles. The child, the adolescents, and the learning principles. Yun yung tagline natin sa ating subject ngayon. Okay, to start with, may I request you all to put all yourselves in the presence of God as we pray.
Please bow your heads and let us pray. Dear Jesus, please show me how to spend this day sharing your love in every way. Help me to be kind to everyone, to play and laugh and have lots of fun, shining your light and giving your grace, sharing your joy with a smile on my face. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here. Ever this day be at my side, to light and guard, to rule and guide. Amen.
Amen. Diba ang cute-cute ng baby? Okay, so now I'll be checking the attendance first before we proceed. Yan. So, yung iba dito sa inyo, Christy, ikaw lang ba yung nakakilala sa akin dito? O meron din sa iba? Parang the same lang naman yun. Kilala ko na si Jade. Andito din si Jade. Ay, the same student lang pala to the last time. Di ba? Sina Red. Sina...
Ibig hapon, sir.
Okay, please say
Pero
present
nagkamay na
if you're... Oh, ano na, nabawasan na kasi nga, ano yung iba? Nag-transfer?
Nag-shift sa idok.
Yung sa inyo, anong palang course pa rin sa inyo? AB.
AB
ba to?
hapon.
Yes, sir.
Sige. So, please say present if your name is called. Basaw. Present.
Present, sir.
Change ko muna yung date. Today is November 9. Bakit absent yung nalagay? Sorry. Present. Jade! Jade? Nandito ba si Jade? Gumanoy. Balabad. Balamad. 5.
Present, sir.
Christy. Present. De la Cruz. De la Cruz. Wala. Diket. Ider.
Percent.
El Carte.
Present si Dikit, sir.
Present.
Present, sir. Hindi lang signal.
El Carte.
Present sad ka, sir.
Yoran.
Yuliaran, sir. Present.
Yulyaran.
Present, sir.
Fortune. Ikaw.
Present, sir.
Ikoy.
Present, sir.
So, magkakalapit lang
Ikaw,
ng,
Ikoy.
para magkakalapit lang
Ikaw,
pangalan
Ikoy.
niyo. Ikaw, Ikoy. Labis.
Present, sir.
Morta. Morta? Wala si Morta. Utasa, andito na. Early si Utasa, kaya nga naka-join sa grade 7. Peligro. Ano si Margie? Takulios. Takulios. Wala din. Okay, and so far, ilan ba tayo dito? There are 11 individuals who are present and there are also 8 individuals who are absent. Okay, so here in our course, of course, you will be dealing with terms, with principles on how we actually conduct with the learning, on how we actually facilitate the learning of our child and adolescents, as well as the learning principles that we are into, and even us as a teacher, ano yung mga learning principles natin. Okay, to do that, let's start na para makarami tayo ng i-discuss. Hanap muna ako, nasaan ba yung aking presentation? Okay, so learner-centered physiological principles. More on action tayo doon tayo sa brain na part. Pero sandali na hanapin ko muna yung aking presentation na kasi nagkakuha na ako kanina. Yan. Okay, so let's see here. Share this tab instead. Tapos, dito tayo sa lesson 1 tayo ngayon. Share. Ano, Diyos ko, loading. Percent pala, bakit siya yung ginawa ko? Percent. You can use actually Canva. Kung gumagamit din kayo ng Canva, pwede din nyo siya.
Yes, sir. Nice ang Canva, sir.
Yan, gumagamit din kayo ng Canva, no? Sa inyong presentation. Very good that you know Canva already. At least, di na kayo mahirapan when we go along with what are the activities and the requirements to be done. Okay, for now, hindi muna tayo magdi-discuss doon. Discuss tayo directly. Kasi kunti lang yung time. Bakit kunti lang yung time na binigay ng mga ads ko? Okay, sige lang. Go tayo. So, the child and adolescent learners and learning principles. So, pag sinabi natin child, pag sinabi din natin ng adolescents, may kaibahan ba ang dalawa? Hanapin ko muna yung aking oral recitation book. Okay, raise your hand lang kung may isi-share kayo. May kaibahan ba ang learning ng dalawa? Ang learning ba sa child ay dapat iba ang approach? Ang learning ba sa adolescents, dapat iba din yung approach? Ano kaya yung possible na naging learning principle nila? Okay, sino yung gusto mag-share? Oral recitation is part of your grades. So baka dito babawi kayo. So if I were you, ano na kayo? Mag-share. Doon tayo focus sa child at saka sa adolescent. So ano yung pagkakaintindi nyo doon? Napatay! Diba? Nag-send ako in advance. Sige, I'll call Jessica. Time, nagulat si Jessica. Jessica, ay, hinay signal, sir. Ulan. Sige, punta tayo kay Elcarte. The same reason?
Yes, sir.
Sige, Elcarte, ano yung pagkakaintindi mo?
Ang ako lang nasabdan, sir, kay sa child, sir, is mo nang pagkabata pa ka, ang edad ni mo 1 to 6 years old. While ang adolescent, sir, kanang teenage na ka, sir. Dira na magsubok ang imong pagka-adolescent.
How about the
Mora
learning? Yung learning ba nila is ano? May pagkakaiba.
magkaiba. Yes, sir.
In what particular aspect?
Sa child ka, sir, is maggamay-gamay pa ba na mo learning, sir? Hantod sa magka-content din ka, sir. By stage din, sir. While adolescent ka, sir, magkataas-taas na pa din yung learning sa anak.
Okay, very good. That is El Carte. Tama ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Okay, may points ka na ngayon sa oral recitation. Sino pa yung mag-add?
Ako, sir.
Sir, ako, sir.
Yula, Jessa, para mas madali. Jessa.
For me, sir, ang child, sir, is kanang wala pa bitaw kay siya kamuwang-muwang sa usay nahitabo. That is the kanang ang keyword sa answer sa child wala pa siya anang sense nga kanang usay nahitabo sa kalibutan, but the adolescent, sir, hinay-hinay na develop ng iyang maturity mo na siya, sir.
Okay. Yes. Correct din yon. Okay. Sino pa? May magdadagdag pa ba?
Ako, sir.
Okay. Sino yun? Si Renan? Si Renan yun?
Yes, sir.
Napaka-virgin.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, napaka-virgin kasi ng voice. Yeah, Renan.
So, ko answer kanang when it comes to learning sa kanang child, so kanang mga simple things pabitaw ang itudlo nimo, sir, such as kanang numbers, kanang orag kanang kuanang sa panimo sila sa colors. Basta kanang mga kuan lang, sir, kanang kaya pa sa ila bitong brain, sir, kay basta ba mas complicated kay dili kayo nila masulod sa ilang brain, malimtan ra dai nila dali. Then kung sa adolescent kay kuan na bitaw sa rag tudluan na bitaw nimo sila og kanang mas deeper na level, such as kanang tudluan na nimo sila sa kanang bitong if kuan, sir, kanang di ba ang mga adolescent kay magkuan na jud na sila kanang di ba teenagers or mag-start sa kuan tas basta orag adolescent din, di ba, basta adolescent mag-deal na pud na sila sa kanang teenagers hantod sa adults.
Okay,
So,
thank you very much. Basaw, Mr. Renan. Okay, actually, marami nang nasabi mo. Para ano na talaga. Na full pack na siya. No? Pakita mo yung sinasabi niyo yung tatlo regarding on how actually the child or adolescent develop the learning. Meron tayong tinatawag na internal. Meron din tayong tinatawag na external. Yung example kanina ni Renan, masasabi natin yung internal. Kung saan lang siya dapat focus sa level ng isang bata. Ito, letters muna. Ito, numbers muna. Baga, there is a specific learning kung ano yung dapat matuto or matutunan. Pag sinabi naman natin external, ito yung mga learning na hindi natin tinuturo, however, natutunan natin. Nag-gets niyo yan? Halimbawa, ano bang magandang halimbawa? Yung bata ba kayo, tinuruan kayo paano mag-open at saka mag-close ng door?
Hindi, sir.
Or based on observation lang?
Based on observation lang, sir.
Yan. So, masasabi natin external yon. Yung internal, halimbawa, tinuruan ba kayo ng mama, papa, or ate, or kuya nyo noon? This is sound, letter A, letter B.
Yes,
yes, sir.
Okay. Iyon yung internal. Nakuha niyo yung dalawang kaibahan? Yung
Yes,
internal,
sir.
ito yung bagay na dapat mong matutunan because it is what we are taught to do and what we are taught to know. Whereas, yung external naman, ito yung mga bagay na with our wisdom, with our common sense, natutunan lang natin along the way. Okay? So, somehow, meron tayong din tinatawag na holistic. Pag sinabi nating holistic, ito yung kabuuan, everything. Okay? The principles are intended to be holistically with learners for the context of real-world learning situation. That's why we have this what we call as, ano ba yung aking sharing? 14 or 14 principles. Welcome to, ano pala akong welcome to? Hindi ko na ba yan? 14 principles that are divided into those referring to Cognitive and metacognitive. Cognitive or metacognitive, dito tayo sa brain. Motivational and affective, dito naman tayo sa ating mga emotions. Developmental and social, ito naman yung mga socialization natin. Makikipag-talk tayo, communication. At the last one is individual differences. Ito naman yung pagkakaiba natin ng learning. Kung iba sa inyo, mas madali sa akin, Sir Jim, matuto pag may music. Music on ako. Mas madali sa akin yon. O di kaya, mas madali sa akin, Sir Jim, i-memorize yung mga key points or mga standard points kapag binabanggit ko at binabasa ko yon. Meron bang ganito sa inyo dito? Mas madali kong maintindihan ang mga bagay-bagay pag tahimik lahat. Kaya wag niyo akong disturbuhin. Meron din ba?
Meron, sir.
Yan. Pag ikaw to, kasi gamit tayo ng chat room. Pag natamaan ka, ako ang i-type mo. Okay. Ikaw ba yung klaseng estudyante o class na learner na mas nagaganahan ka mag-aral pag may music? O, i-type sa chat box. Si Jessica. Okay. Ikaw yung uri ng estudyante na kapag nag-memorize, nagda-dance steps ka. Or di kaya ginaganon-ganon mo yung kamay mo para mas madaling matandaan. Wala sa inyo. Ikaw ba yung uri ng estudyante na kinakanta mo ang mga key points, kinakanta mo yung mga text para mas madaling maintindihan at mas madaling maalala? O, si Jessa. Di man kayo madungog. Patay tayo niyan, Karen. Ikaw ba din yung estudyante, type of learner na ayaw mong magpadisturbo, kaya gusto mong solo ka lang? Wala dito sa inyo. Ayan, si Jessica, ikaw. Ayan. So, we have different 14 principles, no? 14 principles that are divided. That's according to the Learner-Centered Physiological Principles, or American APA, American Psychological Association. So una, yung ating brain, cognitive and metacognitive, motivational, affective natin, ito, heart banda, pabiro, okay. Then sa ano naman, developmental and social, ito yung sa mga natin, psychomotor, yan. Then, individual differences or factors influencing learners and learning. Learners at the same time learning. Kasi nga, iba-ibang type tayo eh. Una, cognitive and metacognitive. Meron tayong tinatawag ng factors. Nature of the learning process. The learning of complex subject matter is most effective when it is an intentional process of constructing meaning from information and experience. Okay, so I want you to go deeper on that. Ano yung ibig sabihin kaya nito? The learning of complex subject matter is most effective kapag it is an intentional process of constructing meaning from information and experience. Anong ibig sabihin doon?
Ako, sir.
Sige, Reyna. Kami ng ulan si Reyna.
Kanang, kuan, sir, like kanang ma-experience jud bitaw nimo, sir, such as education, kanang such as nag-eskwela ka, di ba? Makuha na nimo, sir, kay ma-experience nimo ang learning system sa kuan nato. Then napoy uban, sir, nga kanang experience jud nga dili nimo ma-learn bitaw sa school, sir, nga kanang sa sagawas ma-learn nimo. Ngana, sir.
Okay, that's also one of the examples. No, na ibig mo sabihin, you can learn the learning if you experience it. Is that your point, Basaw? Mr. Basaw?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
correct.
sir.
Okay. Sino po yung makapagbigay sa akin additional?
Ako, sir.
Yes, Christy.
For me, sir, dili lang ingon nga sa experience lang nato makuha ang dili lang sa experience nato makuha ang mga learnings or mga intentional process kun dili sa mga information bitaw, sir, nga gusto pa gyud nato mahibal-an kung unsa gyud ang usa ka butang, sir.
Like for example, concept, theories, di
Yes,
ba?
sir. Yes, sir.
Like the physics, yung sabi na, 3 laws in motion, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Yun yung mga information. Yun yung mga information. Yung buoyancy, yung fundamental mathematical operation. So, yun yung mga information. And aside from that, the experience. Kasi nagagamit din natin. Then, once you take experience on the learning, mas mapadali yung learning process ninyo. Halimbawa na lang, for example, kung magluluto ka, di ba? So, there are steps to follow. So, malalaman mo, ganito lang pala magprito ng itlog.
Or application, sir.
Application. Okay. Galing. Okay, proceed tayo. Number 2. Yan, number 2 tayo, goals of the learning process. Goals of the learning process, the successful learner, over time and with support and instructional guidance, can create meaningful, coherent representations of knowledge. Anong ibig sabihin yan? And paano mo yun yung goal of learning process?
Kuan, sir, magamit niya in the future yung kanang na-studyhan niya karon, sir, or kanyang nahibawan karon. So in the future pwede niya magamit or pwede niya ma-apply po sa self, sir.
Okay, that could also be one of that. Pero may sinasabi tayo dito, with support. Baka pwede din naman si Miss Labis, Morta, Otaza. Share din kayo.
Sa ko answer for ako, sir.
Okay. Jessa.
For example, sir, koan kanang sa mga bata, sir, kanang tudloan nimo sila kanang maka-learn man jud sila, sir, no, ay uban maka-learn pinagi sa koan kanang unsa tong imong gitudlo. At the same time, sir, naapod ka ba mo guide sa ilaha, mo nay koan nga mo support ka sa ilaha.
Correct. You're the guidance. At the same time, napunta gitawag ka na mga instructional materials. Yeah. So, magtudlo kang bata na kay mga flashcards, di lang puro imagine na akay realiya, na akay pabasa, na akay makitaan, because with support and instructional guidance, mas mapadali ang learning. At the same time, mas meaningful ang learning ninyo. Ha?
Yes, sir.
Good. Parang 3 lang yung estudyante ko ngayon. Elcarte, Yuran, 4 pala, Dabalos and Baso. Baka yung iba naman. 14 ito. So, share din kayo. Pangatlo, we also have construction of knowledge. The successful learner can link new information with existing knowledge in meaningful ways. Madali lang to, ha? Ano to? Tatawag ako. Nandito ba si 5? Hanapin ko yung attendance. 5. Andito, present si 5. 5. May 5.
Ate Joanne.
May 5. Ay, baka na doble na. Naging Miss Jess na siya. May 5. The successful learner can link new information. Pag sinabi natin link, makonect, di ba? New information with existing knowledge in a meaningful way. Napakadaling lang. O sige, sino yung gustong sasalo kay kay Miss 5?
Ako, sir.
Sino yon?
Ay, give chance to other, Rinan.
Si Reynan na naman. Yung iba na naman. Yung iba naman. Sige. Okay, wala na tayong chance eh. Mas madali yan. Pag sinabi mong successful learner, yung malink niya, kung ano yung naintindihan niya last time, maaari niya gamitin. Ito din yung na-explain ni Dabalos, if I'm not mistaken. kung ano yung natutunan niya, prior knowledge niya, maaari niya gamitin sa new situation. For example, may natutunan siya about concept in mathematics. So, itong concept ng mathematics nito, maaari niya magamit naman sa konsepto ng science when it comes to physics or when it comes to chemistry. Because in physics and chemistry, there are calculations. Then, if you're good in mathematics, possibly you'll also go along with the chemistry and physics. Yun. So, ibig sabihin dito, what you learned the last time can also be applicable on your present situation. That is construction of knowledge. The fourth one, we also have here, strategic thinking. So, maging strategize din yung bata. The successful learner can create and use a repertoire or strategy of thinking and reasoning strategies to achieve complex learning goals. May mga bata tayong magaling sa reasoning skills. Okay, may na-encounter ba kayong ganyan? Na kahit anong lusot-lusot mo, meron talaga. Then may mga bata din talagang, teacher, bakit mainit yung araw? Teacher, bakit kulay yellow yung araw?
Naagyod, sir.
I was very curious. Teacher, bakit mainit yung ano? Why is it that water is really hot when it boils? Teacher, why the ice is so cold? Diba? Though those questions sound so stupid because we do learn. Okay, why you need to ask that one? That's the basic. I mean, that's really the nature. However, may scientific explanation yan. Diba? Yung cooling, yung hotness, your temperature, yon. Kasi yung bata, gusto niya maging strategic din. At the same time, kung merong mga puzzle, and even like, for example, solving a math problem, puro tayo math, no? Solving math problem, may mga strategy to make it very quick to answer. So, strategic thinking tayo. Panglima, we also have here thinking about thinking. Higher order strategies for selecting and monitoring mental operations facilitate creative and critical thinking. Okay, anong ibig sabihin nun? Sino makapagbigay sa akin ng example? Yung higher order thinking skills na sinasabi.
Kuan, sir, for example, sa mga problems, sir.
Sige.
Kuan, gina-think niya per me ang mga problema bisag critical na kaayo gipangitaan gihapon niya og mga strategies, sir, ba bisag kanang lisoday na bitag sa paminaw sa uban. Iba sa usa ka tawo gipangitaan jud niya og mga mas taas pa nga strategies or mga techniques, sir, para malutas niya nga mga problema, sir.
Okay, pwede po na siya. Pwede po na. However, it develops the critical thinking. Maghatag kong example. Natay tawag na kuan na mautana na. Kung ikaw ang main character sa story na Cinderella, magbiga-biga ba kung ka alas 12? Sorry. Kung ikaw ang main character na si Cinderella, musugot ba ka nga kuan ka nang daog-daogon ka sa imong stepmom?
Dili, sir.
Dili. That way, sige, dili. Ngano man?
Murag bugat naman kayo siya, sir. Murag masakitan naman. Sure.
That is what we call critical thinking. Ba, ang question, very simple na siya, pero imong go into your own context na, dili koy, sa dangay yung basab mo, magpaka-made manggo, nga umuha man ang balay. Diba? Because you are thinking critically that you have the right because the house is yours. Nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
You are thinking about thinking because you think that you are in the right position. Okay? So, that is about thinking critically. And another thing, mo-solve ta og problem. You're actually using critical thinking in that. Like, isa man na mo ni nga makahawas ni sa kalisod. Sabi na term, no? Or isa man na mo ni nga magsolusyonan jud namo ni among problema nga among isa ka member sa grupo gid kay maglapot ni kay di gyud siya mo contribute maskin man lang juice man lang iyang ihatag. Diba? So maguna-una kag critical thinking ana. Sige na lang sabto nato kay loy pod baya nagpatutoy pa baya to. Sorry. Nagpatuan pa baya to, nanumang pa to. So pa na, nangani pa to, kay para lang yun ay pangbaya sa tuition. Diba? With that critical thinking, you can weigh things na you might consider, you might not also consider in that aspect. Okay, so thinking about thinking. Next tayo, pang-anim. We also have, number 6, context of learning. Learning is influenced by environmental factors, including culture, technology, and instructional practices. So may pasabot na. Another na po. Ay, murag na yung nag-open. Si Eder? Si Miss Eder? Sige, wala. Balik na po ka. Ayan, Miss Jessica.
Sa example na kanay kay kanang experience sa learning na influence dun sa environment is sa imong nakita sa mga culture nga imong nakita sa atong palibot o unsay naa sa technology na imong tarinatun-an like sa kung sa cellphone nakanatun-an nga bag-o, di ba, ano na siya, technology na siya. Din sa mga environmental dayon na ginakuha nimo sa diri sa palibot.
For example, sa mga nakuha sa palibot.
Kanang like may example. Kanang na-sign nga like kanang answer. Anong
Help, sir. Help.
Sige, help. Thank you, Miss. Ikaw. Help, Jessa.
For example, sir, sa environment, like diri sa Esperanza, sir, we implement jud, sir, ang ang pag-recycle sa kanang malata, di malata. Kung sa tong natun-an, kung sa tong nakita sa mga bata nga mag-segregate, jud po na ilang ginabuhat, sir.
Yan, segregation, di ba? So, mong maka-learn sila. Very good example. So, also, the technology, mong giunika, the cellphone, the computer, and how about the culture?
kanang answer. Kanang mag-amin, mag-kuan ko sa may inyong lola, lolo, mag-amin.
Yan. Okay, be or choose. Very good. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Ikaw and Miss Iliora. Proceed tayo. Ibig sabihin dito, yung external learning. Diba? Yung external, kasi yung internal, the basic na, pinaka-basic yun. Kumbaga prerequisite. So, dito tayo sa external. Next, number 7. Ay, mali yung napindot. Number 7, dito tayo na sa motivational. Kasi cognitive yon, di ba? Kanina. Motivational and affective factors. Pag sinabi natin motivational, ito yung factors na kung saan involved yung mga emotions natin. Involved yung kung saan motivated ba tayo to learn or not motivated to learn. Una na dito, yung motivational emotional influences in learning. What and how much is learned is influenced by the learner's motivation. Motivation to learn, in turn, is influenced by the individual's emotional states, beliefs, interests, and goals, and habits of thinking. Sino yung maka-explain sa akin, makadagdag ng explanation sa akin dyan?
Like ko answer. Kanagaling mga like karon sa generation, sir, maka-learn ta about sa love.
Why? About love. Expound about love. In love ni or?
Or in love ni Bagoy.
Maka-learn biya kita, sir, through our experience. Sure lang.
Gibali na motivate ka sa mga dakwan, tambag.
Magbuwag ra mo.
Ampo ginako magbuwag ra mo. My God. Bakit tingin na tayo?
Uy, sir, giblock na gali, sir.
Ay, gano'n ka-relate ko. Ah! Giblock ko din! Charot. Ayan. Kaya pwede ko na siya, di ba? Lahat mo po ng motivation ng kang kuan. Ay, kang Jessa, kay motivation, na-motivate siya to learn because of love. Emotional states. Like again. Okay, pwede po. you're also motivated to learn because you have the goal to finish. For example, you wanted to be somebody else in the future. So that's why you're motivated to learn because you wanted to reach that. Okay? Mo na yung motivational. So, katong motivational nga, tungod lang kinagugmaan, na-inlove, ayan tuloy, na pariwara. Charot. Ayan. So, lahat pa to the other way. Yeah? So, also, like, for example, the family, family na dito,
Friendship, sir.
Friendship. Magsugod, magina sa friendship. Nagkahaman tayo. Uy, na-inlove
Dili,
mo
oy.
kami mo. Ay, may magkaman na kayo. Magkaman. Mawa na tayo ng friends.
Black na din, sir.
Mag-black dayon, animer. Mag-black dayon. Natatan, ibalik na yun. Uy, kumusta naman ka? Ano dayon? Okay, motivational. Because, of course, for you to learn, you need also to encourage yourself. You need also to make yourself feel motivated. Dili lang perminti na ka, ay maglibro, lagi ko magbasa rin libro, perminti, bahala ng mga classmate ako nila. Basta daghan ko na learn. No, you need also to balance your emotion. Yeah? Oo. You need also to balance your emotion. Maria ni Jessa, sana all na uyab. Diba? Yan.
Uy, dili, sir. Uy,
basta ako
Kuan lang to,
nag-iingon,
sir.
magbuwagra mo. Number 8. Okay, we have this what we call intrinsic motivation to learn. Pag bintag intrinsic motivation, that is in, meaning imuhang kaugalingon. Inside. Okay? Like, intrinsically, you are motivated because you have this goal. Muna siya. Ang extrinsic pod, katong mga outside factors. So, pareha, for example, nga nakay-uyab, na, so you are motivated. Gusto mo magpa-impress sa iya, ha? In some ways, makatabang ko ba ng uyab? For real.
Maugid, sir.
Maugid, sir.
Sinodge na. In reality, face-to-face pa sa una, babe, buhati sa akong kuan, babe. Instructional materials ka mag-demo ko. Diba?
Sana
Biga
all.
dayon.
Supportive.
Kuan man, tigala ta kag-reward niya. Diba? Ana, tigaan din siya og ice cream. Lahi po niyo doon na, mga bigaon dyan. Okay, now. So, it's like that. Pag may intrinsically, it's within yourself. You are motivated because you wanted to achieve something. Kinahanglan po ninyo i-motivate yun yung kaugalingon. Na, no, makaya gina ako ni kaya. When you are in the moment that you are doubtful enough, then just pause for a while, think, and then you go back, ngano na ako diri, ngano ako ni gibuhat para mo continue ta. Diba? So for example, nanag ka sa 4th year first semester. Mundang na ko, gigikapoy na ko. Please go back kung pila ka tuig na ang imong naagian. Is this the right time na muundang pa ka? Or
yes, sir.
is the perfect time na i-continue nimo because you are almost on the finish line. Diba? Oh my God, mura man ko ani nagkuan eh.
Motivational, sir ba?
Oh my God, motivational speaker naman din yung peg.
Lagi, sir.
Number 9, effects of motivation on effort. Acquisition of complex knowledge and skills of wrong spelling requires extended learner effort and guided practice. Without learner's motivation to learn, the willingness to exert this effort is unlikely without coercion. Kinsa mapiganahan mo kung wala effort? Diba?
Maugid, sir.
Diba? Pag ingani gid nga topic mo, biga-biga, pak! Yun ang mga
Maugid, sir.
Nasa Ate Christy.
Dito, in reality, kisang piganahan mo kuan kanang mo continue kung wala makita niya effort. Diba?
Maugid, sir.
Action speak louder than voice, ba, sir? Than words, guy.
Diba? Mura na siya kuan ba? Mura na siya kanang how can I learn? How can I learn a certain concept if wala ko ka nag-effort to learn? Mura kag maingon ba gigutom man ko pero wala kami tindog ug miadto sa kusina. Mira ka gigutom ka, syempre gutom man jud ka dira kung di ka muliho. Diba ako dito giyok tao kay tabangan. Diba? Another thing.
Yes, sir.
Isaon man nimo pagkabalo nga like ko kaniya kung dili ko ka mag-move.
Lipad ka mo chat, sir.
Diba? Kasi kanina
Hoy!
Mami, labay na po siya sa akong spin. Animer! Ano sa mo ko niya pansinan, diba? Insa man niya mapansin ka niya. Of course, you do the first one. Pwede ka mag-like, mag-heart, diba? Floodlight.
TikTok,
para
sir,
di ka
TikTok.
mapansin. O, TikTok!
Ikaw, yes, sir, TikTok.
Oh my God! Ayan, diba? Alam naman yung mga follower din.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Diba? Someone like that. You also need to have the effort para ang effect sa imong motivation, mukuhan ko ba? Kung sa kanta pa na siya, ricochet, mo bounce back. Okay, so number 10. We also have here developmental influences on learning. As individuals develop, there are different opportunities and constraints for learning. Learning is most effective when differential development within and across physical, intellectual, emotional, and social domains is taken into account. Now, I'm going to tell you different ways of learning, my God. Like what you said kanina. I can learn best if there is a music. So probably you are musically inclined. Or I am good at this because I know how to play the instruments. That's your learning. I'm good on music because I know how to sing, I know how to dance, I know how to have this kinesthetic activities and a lot more. In another way, you're also good in language because you can speak well, you can actually write well, you can communicate well. So there are different fields that we are into at good at it. Nakuha ninyo? Kung naadyo
Yes,
ka
sir.
anan, kung naadyo ka anan, this explains of Howard Gardner. Are you familiar with Howard Gardner?
Wala, sir.
No.
Wala,
sir.
Oh my
sir.
God, amuha na siyang silingan. Kanya amo na siyang gi-adapt. Kana si Howard Gardner, among silingan, among gi-adapt, pero bright kaya na siya. Siya ang nagkuha na ng multiple intelligences.
Okay.
Wala gihapon.
Okay, sir.
Wala gyapon, sir. Sorry
Kana
kayo.
multiple intelligences, Howard Gardner, uy, mugawas kayo na salit. Howard Gardner or multiple intelligences, mo na siyang language, kinesthetic, music, spatial, mga arts. Ibalik, i-categorize niya ba? Mathematics, i-categorize niya ang mga learning o expertise sa mga tao in different fields. Na maayos siya sa language, maayos siya sa numbers, maayos siya sa arts, maayos siya sa music. Wa gihapon.
Sa
Like
gining na to,
sir,
sir.
kanang siya ba itong naging concern na kanang dancing or music is kuan pod considered as intelligence, dili lang ang kanang murag textbook learning ang kuan nga ingon nga right
Actually,
siya.
mo na concept sa multiple intelligences. There are, mag-research na lang po, mag-research ta. Para dili ko maglutaw-lutaw, multiple intelligences. Okay, na Gardner. Ay, sorry. What happened? Let's see here. Okay, nakita ninyo ne?
Yes, sir.
Yan. So, mo ni ang multiple intelligences. Si Howard Gardner. Yan na siya yung mga different fields, different types, different classifications. Kung asa ka na belong. Yan. For example, kini. Smart, musical ka. Music smart. Kinesthetic ka. Body smart. Mga athletics. Interpersonal. People smart. Mga businessmen. Linguistics. Word smart. Mathematical. Logic smart. Naturalistic. Nature smart. Self smart. Intrapersonal smart. Kanang mga ginatawag natin, kabalo kayo mag-speak. Diba? Then, o di kaya ka nang gusto lang mapag-isa pod. Visual, o ka ng mga arts, teachers. So this is actually multiple intelligences. So na-gets na.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Remember that one na, Howard Gardner. And according here, developmental influences on learning It is most effective when differential development within and across physical, intellectual, emotional, and social domains is taken into consideration. Mo'y pasagutan na. Next, 11, social influences. Learning is influenced by social interactions, interpersonal relations, and communications with others. So what does it mean? Come on na po, Gigi, ka po ito explain.
Like, kuan sir, like how you kanang sa imong mga friends sir kanang nagpalibot sa imo.
Socialization.
Yes,
Yeah,
socialization.
socialization. Sa term, socialization. Ay, may estudyante na naman na magtitake. Okay, kalit lang. Socialization. Naka-record to, no? Ay, bakit hindi ko na-off kanina? Taas-taas na pala, mula sa grade 7 hanggang sa inyo. Dapat na-stop ko to. Sige na lang. Next tayo, we have number 12. Individual differences na tayo. Next, ito yung individual differences in learning. Learners have different strategies, approaches, and capabilities for learning that are a function of prior experience and heredity. So, anong ibig sabihin doon? Sir Jim, pag ang aming angkan ay mga matatalino, natatalino din kami.
More sir. Different strategies man, sir.
Yan. So, may kanya-kanya kang kaugalian kung paano mo siya matutunan. Mas matutunan at pinaka-matutunan. Number 13, learning and diversity. Learning is most effective when the differences in learners, linguistic, culture, and social backgrounds are also taken into account. So, ibig sabihin dito, so, tama yon. Kung ang pamilya mo yung matatalino, of course, possibly, matatalino din yung mga angkan ninyo, mga members. Ha? So, ang social background, kung mga mayayaman, so of course, they are access to education. Very much access to education. Culture, kung mga kultura ninyo na kailangan nyo i-consider about diversity. Kasi may mga bagay, for example, about religion. Pasok tayo sa religion. 5 and 6. Pasok tayo sa religion. So, sa religion natin, ano yun? May mga SDA tayo na every Friday, hindi na pwede. O di may mga sabadista tayo, mga Jehovah's Witness tayo na hindi bawal sa kanila yung mga flag ceremonies, bawal sa kanila yung mga vote. So there are things that also need to consider because diversity is real. Okay? Naintindihan ba yung point ko?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Next tayo, the last one, number 14, is we have standards and assessment. Yung standards and assessment, setting appropriately high and challenging standards and sensing the learner as well as learner program, including diagnostic, process, outcome assessment, are integral parts of the learning process. Kung inyong naalala, kailangan nating mag-take ng quiz. Bakit kailangan natin mag-take ng quiz?
Para ma-measure ang learning sa isang student, sir.
Okay. That's what we call standards and assessment. Kasi, permintira magyaw-yaw dari si teacher. Nakabalong. Yes, raday mo. Nyawara ito na learn. Diba? So that is why we need to have this assessment and we need to have that standard na pag makakuha ka ng 4/5, ibig sabihin pumasa ka. Pag 3/5, ibig sabihin doon, hindi ka pumasa. Kung nakakuha ka ng 5/5, ibig sabihin doon, perfect score ka or excellent score ka. Okay, so I guess yan yung pinaka-14. The 14 integral parts and principles na ginawa nila for American Psychological Association when it comes to learning and divided into cognitive and metacognitive factors as well as in affective and emotional, then motivational and affective, and the last one is your tinatawag natin social influences on learning, or shall we say, the diversity or individual differences factors. Okay. So ngayon, ito ang 14 na ito ay tinaghati or summarize. Alexander R. Morphy actually summarizes this. Ginawa nilang 5. The knowledge base, the strategic processing and control, motivational and effect, development, and individual differences, situation, or di kaya yung tinatawag nating context. Pag sinabi nating knowledge base, of course, yung cognitive natin. Kung ano yung ating naalala, kung ano yung ating naintindihan, kung ano yung ating na-enumerate, ito yung previous knowledge that will influence new learning, specifically on how you represent new information, makes association, and filters new experiences. Ibig sabihin dito, kung ano yung natutunan nyo the last time, anong knowledge na nakukuha ninyo, would be the basis on doing it for making a decision at present. Magbigay ako ng halimbawa. So, kung ano yung natutunan nyo, nasaktan kayo yung nakaraan, may natutunan kayo na hindi dapat give all. So, sa pagdating nyo ng bagong relasyon ngayon, so may natutunan na kayo prior knowledge, prior experience, na kailangan mo mag-ipon din para magtira para sa sarili mo. Diba? Diba, Jessa?
Yes, sir.
Yan.
I just...
Diba, Renan? Wag all, Renan. Wag all, ha? Yes. Kirare. Okay. Next, we also have strategic processing and control. Learners can develop skills to reflect and regulate their thoughts and behaviors in order to learn more effectively. So, kung may ipapagawa kayo, for example, may problem solving, so may paraan ka, may sarili kang paraan kung paano mo yan isusolusyon. In real context natin, kanang baligya dira ay kung ano na siya, palito na dapat. In real context natin, sa ating buhay, in real context natin, so dapat maging strategic din tayo na dapat huwag tayong lukuhin. Diba? Alam dapat natin, nakapagsalita ako para hindi niloko. Diba? Dapat alam din natin yung
dapat may utang wiser.
Moves. Oh, yes. Wiser, bolder, ganon, stronger.
Sabi na ko, bolder na eh.
Ang daling sabihin, no? Bolder ba? Very strong. Hindi yung bold na bold.
Yes, sir.
Mga ganit, sir.
Mga biga-biga, gilay ba?
Putol-putol, mga good, sir.
Diba yun yung ang daling sabihin, pero ang hirap gawin. Check.
Ay,
Yes, sir, check.
Yes, sir.
Next, motivation and effect. Yung motivation natin, of course, alam niyo na yun, na kailangan yung i-motivate inyong sarili ninyo aside sa mag-motivate kayo sa iba. Unahin niyo din yung sarili ninyo paminsan-minsan.
You cannot give if you don't have, sir.
Ay!
Expert na ni si Jessa, oy. Expert.
Certified ka na. Welcome to the Bigaon Club. But you cannot give what you have, what you don't have. Oh!
You cannot give if you don't have.
Yeah, exactly. You also need to dapat meron ka rin sa sarili mo para yun din yung maibigay mo. Di ba, Reynan? Pero wag lahat, Reynan, na wag lahat.
Ay, kabala ka rin na.
Tandaan mo, wag lahat. Next, development and individual differences. Then the last one, yung situation or context. Individual differences, of course, alam naman natin yon kung paano natin mas nalalaman kung learning, how to acquire the learning. Situation or context, learning happens in the context of a society as well as within an individual. So, halimbawa, naranasan mo na yung masaktan, situation. Pati sa susunod, alam mo na kung paano i-deal ng masaktan. At magiging,
marupok, sir.
Pero, yung sad truth, marupok kasi, marupok. Diba, marupok? I don't like, hi, di mo na ako mahal, pero mahal pa rin kita. Marupok lang ito baon. So, 100 times. Ang imong kaugalingon.
Sorry, dili ko marupok.
Ay, di marupok. Sana mga ganun, no? Mga personality na very strong, very talaga, yung knows how to handle things. Ganda yun. Keep on doing that. Okay, and I guess that would be all for this evening regarding our subject, what we call as the child and adolescent learners. For the remaining 4 days that you'll be having, of course, those are actually our assignments. Assignments are the things that you need to accomplish. And it's already sent in your Facebook. Ang ginawa ko ngayon sa Facebook ko ni Sinel, kasi pag andun sa sa LMS, maraming sir, hindi ko ma-access. Mas
Magid,
maganda
sir.
mas sa Facebook ko na lang isi-send para doon na lang kayo sa view photos or di kayo view files para makita agad. Mas accessible yung sa Facebook. Yung sa LMS yun na lang, doon na yun yung mga quizzes na ilalagay ko. Okay? And
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And speaking of your activity, may isi-send ako sa activity sa inyo, probably tomorrow. And then the remaining of the concepts natin, yung Unit 2, Unit 3 and 4, Unit 2, Modules 1 to 4 will be your assignments. That deals, kailangan yung basahin yan kasi may mga questions that you need to answer as well. Mula tayo doon sa ating early childhood, mula tayo sa middle, adolescence, early, middle, late adulthood, doon tayo. Okay, we still have time pa naman. We still have like 20 minutes. Discuss na lang natin. I want you to go to Facebook, to your messenger, para mas madali tayo. Doon tayo sa page ng, anong page to? 26, 27. Module 2. The stages of development and developmental task. Just tell me if you're already there. Andiyan na ba kayo?
Yes, sir.
Ayan. Nasa page 26. Sige, bago yan, dito muna tayo sa sa two approaches to human development. Yung development is lifelong. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Development is lifelong.
Lifetime ang pag-develop, kibali, sir. Ang learning, sir.
Okay. Diba sabi nila, learning is a lifelong process. Hindi yan siya must-stop. Anywhere, everywhere, you learn. Diba? So,
yes, sir.
Lifelong. Pangalawa, meron din tayong tinatawag na development is plastic. Parihan niya, plastic.
Ouch.
So, ano yung ibig sabihin doon? Development is plastic. Plasticity refers to the potential for change. So, ibig sabihin dito, nagbabago. Diba? Development is possible throughout the lifespan. No one is too old to learn. O tandaan nyo yan. Hindi pa huli ang lahat para matuto. There is no such thing, I am too old for that. Neither can or anyone. Aging is associated with decline in certain intellectual abilities. This decline can be prevented or reduced. Yan. Hindi excuse yung pagiging pagiging old mo to learn because learning is lifelong. Development is multi-dimensional kahit saan. Consistent of biological, cognitive, and socio-emotional dimensions. Development as a process is complex because it is the product of biological, cognitive, and socio-emotional process. Ibig sabihin hindi siya nag-iisa lang. Marami siyang consideration like sa yung biological factor, cognitive factor, and even social-emotional dimension. Development is relatively orderly. So, kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na proximo-distal. Yung bang, wala man siguro kami diretso og concept sa grade 6, no? Kung wala ka nag-concept sa grade 1. Diba?
Yes, sir.
Mabalik sa basic, relatively orderly, meaning you finish this muna before the next step.
Step by step.
Step by step. Development takes place gradually. Hindi madalian. Huwag masyadong attack. Unang magbuwag na dayon kay gusto man dayon makuman.
Isa?
Hi!
Dapat gradual lang siya. Hinay-hinay. Hindi kay kuan dayon nga.
Processor ba?
Process, gradual. Gradual. Hinay-hinay. Pero usahay lagi kay gusto manggitag ka ng assurance. Diba?
Yes, sir.
Pag-assurance. Gusto dyan kung nano tayo label. Una, bis dili pa ready. Na, mapugos. What na no?
Ano?
Ate Christy.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
naman.
that's what, when we were in grade 1, parang grade 1 or kinder tayo, tinuruan tayo, di ba, maging makabayan. And in order for us to maging makabayan, of course, tinuruan tayong kumanta ng, bayang magiliw, di ba, ganon. Perlas ang silangonan. O, tinuruan tayo ng ganon. Panata makabayan, iniibig ko ang Pilipinas. Aking lupang sinilangan, tahanan ng aking lahi. Because we learn from that from kinder to grade 1 until up to now. Okay? So, pang-apat, development is contextual. Ibig sabihin nito, kung ano yung nakikita ninyo sa inyong lugar. Contextual, tapos localization. Ibig sabihin dito, mas maintindihan mo ang isang learning kapag nakikita nyo sa inyong environment. Diba? Paano
Yes,
mo
sir.
ituturo ang isang function ng blender kung walang blender sa inyong bahay?
Yun.
Ha? Paano mo ituturo ang pag-on ng TV pag walang TV sa bahay? Ibig sabihin dito, maging contextual tayo. Ang majority, meron. Okay. Last is development involves growth, maintenance, and regulation. Pag sinabi natin growth, of course, the more learning natin as years go by, marami tayong natututunan, nag-level up din ang ating learning. Kailangan lang nating i-maintain. We don't need to make our learning stagnant. So, kailangan mo pa rin magbasa, kailangan mo pa rin explore into new things, kailangan mo pa rin matuto. Dapat regulate din. Pag sabihin natin i-regulate, huwag naman yung masyadong labis. Diba? Kasi pag too much ka naman, too much will kill you. Too much is not good to your health. Diba?
Too much dodgy sa...
Too much. Too much love will kill you, Jud.
Loving too much can hurt you so much.
Because of course, when you give too much, okay lang naman. When you give too much, for me, that's really okay. Because at the end of the day, at least you fulfilled yourself na binigay ko yung gusto kong ibigay.
At the end, sir, wala ka nagkulang.
At the end, hindi niya masabi, ay sayang, no? Nasa kanya na lahat, pero pinakawalan ko. Diba?
Yes, sir!
And in your, Diyos ko. At in yourself naman, masasabi mo naman sa sarili mo na ginawa ko naman yung lahat. Hindi lang talaga ako sapat sa kanya. Diba? So, kahit man lang hindi ako sapat, at least alam ko sa sarili ko na nagawa ko yung best ko.
Yes, sir.
Na-fulfill ko yung sarili ko.
Okay, sir.
Diba? Okay. So, yun yung mga stages, yung mga approaches natin. Okay. Lifespan development. At proceed tayo dito sa tinatawag nating module 2, prenatal period. Yung prenatal period natin, of course, mula sa conception, mula sa pagkabuo, kasi si mama, si papa natin, nagjujugaan. So, nakabuo ngayon kasi active. Yan, nabuo tayo. So, prenatal period tayo. Infancy, so pinanganak ka na, from birth to 2 years old. So, may mga learning kang nalalaman kung paano mag-cry, paano mag-kick, paano mag-cough, paano mag-suck, paano mag-saw, head, face, mga ganon. May pagganap na close open. Uy, kabray sa akong anak. Uy, kabray na mag-close open. Normal. Early childhood, andito ka na sa 3 to 5 years old. Malaki ka na. Middle and late childhood naman, nasa 6 to 12 years old ka na. So, nahihiya ka na sunduin ng mama mo. Ma, ayun na lagi ito mo. Kay, ko baby boy. Baby boy, mama's boy. Yan, diba? Mama's girl. Ma, ayun na lagi mo. Ayun ang mama, love you. No, hindi na mo. Diba? Wala na. Here comes adolescence. Nasa 13 to 18 years old ka na. Meron ka ng sariling konsepto, meron ka ng sariling pag-iisip, meron ka ng sariling desisyon, then you can think critically na this time. Early adulthood, 19 to 29. Andito na ba kayo?
Nanglapas na po, sir.
Ako din, lampas na. Sino pa dito sa early adulthood? 19 to 29. Oh my God, lampas na ako.
Ako, sir. 19 pa,
Alright.
sir.
And then, meron din tayong middle adulthood. O, dito na kami nabilong ni Christy.
Diha
30
na
to
gid, sir.
60 years old. How old are you na pala, Christy?
30, sir.
30. Okay. I'm really matanda na talaga. Oh my God.
Ay. Okay na, sir. Oy, baby face, maghihapon ka.
Ano gina? Dapat lang. Plus points! Si Kona to
Ay,
na si Christina to naging
Sir, di follow di ako sa TikTok.
no, wala to. Baby face man ang kuan. Baby face man ang standard. Okay, thank you, Christy. 100 plus points.
Ay, kayahan yun.
Okay, then, the last one, we have the late adulthood. 61 years and above. So, kapag magka 61 years and above ka na, and then buhay ka pa, blessing yun. Dapat mong ipagpasalamat kay Lord. Diba? Okay, so, in different stages, in different level or developmental stages na meron tayo, may kanya-kanya din tayong pamamaraan kung paano matuto. Because we said, pag elderly ka na, marami ka ng mga wisdom, marami ka ng mga experiences na masasabi mong very effective to impart to your daughters, to your granddaughters, to your grandsons. Diba? Wise na talaga. Wise na pag nasa old ka na. Kasi you're not talking much on the concept, but you are talking more on the experience. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
And I guess that would be all. It's 6:20. Makapag-relax na tayo. And the rest will be your assignment to read. And please read on that kasi dyan din ako kukuha ng mga itatanong ko sa inyo. Okay? Kasi nagmamadali ang ating ads ko to finish.
Okay, sir.
May mga questions ba tayo?
None as of now, sir.
Hi. Sure na gid na.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
asa man ning questions ani, sir? Ansira na mo?
Ang?
Kaning mga questions nga na diri na at
Di, mag-send. Yeah. Kanang mga questions, probably magawas na siya. Pero, na ako i-send sa LMS ninyo. Dito rin
okay, sir.
Para
Okay, sir.
guided mo kung pila scores ninyo.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, if there are no questions anymore, I'm gonna stop recording. Tapos, open your camera for the picture taking.